Hi there, it's John from Cycling on a Shoestring, and I'm on the exercise bike 25 after 3 in the morning. It's been a while since I've done a review on my site. I'd like to apologize for that. It was a pretty tough year, 2019. My wife got breast cancer, which meant we had to do surgery, we had to do chemotherapy, we had to do radiation. Well, I did get some biking in. Really being part of the YouTube community wasn't top of my mind last year, but we got through that, and I'm hoping that 2020 can be a good year for the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Please subscribe, and let's take a look at today's video. Hi, it's John, and welcome to Cycling on a Shoestring, and I've got something different for you today. But if you're somebody who has your own shop, you fix your own bikes, and you do your own maintenance around your house, this could be something that you want to grab yourself. Now, quick story here. I used to go to a bike shop in Ontario, a good friend of mine named Cookie owned. I used to go in there and do my own bike maintenance. He allowed me to go in there and use his tools, and I also used to go in there and help him put bikes together and do some maintenance on some of his clients' bikes. And whenever we had new bikes in, we'd have to pump tires up, and he didn't just have a floor pump, he had a compressor in his shop, a long coiled hose on it. And I always thought it would be really cool to have my own compressor in my shop because it makes pumping up tires really easy. Now, a couple of years ago, I got one. Didn't quite suit my purposes here in the house, so I sent it back. And recently, I found something I thought that might come in handy in the house and also outside the house, something that has multiple applications. And here it is right here. This is the Oasser portable compressor. Yeah, this is a compressor for pumping things up. This will do bike tires, it'll do car tires, it'll do mattresses, it'll do balls, it'll pump up to 130 psi, and it has a lot of different applications to it. It's completely rechargeable, so I thought I'd show this to you. I've used it a little bit, and I'll tell you, the first time I pumped up one of my tires, I was grinning ear to ear. Pretty cool little device. So let's take a look at this, and I'm actually going to do a test. I'm going to see how many mountain bike tires this can pump up on one charge. So let's take a look at it right now on Cycling on a Shoestring. So now a closer look at the actual compressor itself from Oasser, and as you can see, it just looks like a rechargeable drill. Doesn't look like a compressor at all. Pretty amazing little thing, and it weighs maybe a kilogram, maybe a little less than that, 1 to 2 pounds perhaps. That's for American friends. It's pretty light, so it's pretty comfortable. It's got a rubberized handle on it as well, made out of hard plastic, so it's a pretty sturdy tool. It comes with this little hose on here. Now you get a couple of different hoses with this. One of them has an attachment to put on your bike tires. So you just screw that on there like that, and then you can attach different things onto the end of it here. Perhaps you want to put a needle on to fill up some balls. You can just put it on there and just pump it up real quick. It does come with a longer hose, which I'll show you in just a couple of minutes, but it just screws on there real easy. It's got that little place there. You can just snap it on there to keep it in storage. Now on the bottom, pretty much like a rechargeable drill, you just pull this off. You can recharge it and then pop it back in. I put it on to charge overnight. Not sure exactly how long it's going to take to recharge it, but it does come with a cord with a light on it that will indicate when it is charged or when it needs to be charged, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Now down here on the bottom of it, it's got this little door. You just pop this little door off, and on the inside you got storage for a couple of different things. Let's see if I can get them out of there because they're in there pretty tight, but we'll start off with this one. You've got that aforementioned needle to do balls if you've got a soccer ball in the house, so there's one right there. Then you've got this one as well. Now for those of you that have Presto valves on your bike, this does not come with a Presto valve hose, but you just screw this on to the valve stem on your bicycle and then just pop the thing on top, and it fills up really good. Actually, this works really great. So I've actually ordered a couple more of these because I know I'm going to lose this. I want to have a couple in my house. I want to have another in the car, and then I can have this one in here, and I'll make sure that I have enough of them around the house in case I need to fill up my bike tires, because I'm going to take this along with me when I'm out mountain biking for sure. I'm just throw it in my bag and off it goes. Again, it's supposed to charge 4 car tires, 10 motorcycle tires, and 25 mountain bike tires. We're going to test that in just a little minute, And then it's got this little one here in case you want to fill up, I don't know, maybe a mattress or something. You just pop that on there, stick it in the hole, and off you go. So it comes with these little attachments. Now, I would suggest to Oasser to do something about this little door because, you know, it's kind of flimsy. It does go in there, but to be honest with you, I think that's going to get lost. It just doesn't feel all that solid in there. Nice thing about this as well is that I'm going to just turn it on here for you. You just hit the button at the back. It comes with a light on the end, as you can see. So if you happen to be out, you can use this for your car and you were at the side of the road. It's got a light on it, so that's pretty clever. Not sure how much that will drain of the battery, but it looks like it's an LED, so probably not a lot of power drain from it, but that is kind of a nice touch on there. Now looking at the back of it here, see if we can get a shot on this. You can see the little screen on here. I'll see if I can get my camera to zoom in on that for you. But you can see there that it's set up for bars right now. So for those of you maybe in England that use bars, more than PSI, which we use over here in North America a lot more. You've got bars on there. You hit the middle button and it takes it over to, what is that, kilograms per centimeter squared. And then it takes you to PSIs as well. And again, this will go up to 130 PSI. And it has an automatic shutoff for it. So you set it, say, to 25 PSI. And right now, you can see you can move this up and down to set the different pressures that you want. This takes it up and down. So you set it at, say, 90 if you're putting that on your road bike. You hit the button, it automatically goes to 90, and it automatically shuts off. So that's pretty cool to have on there. And I'll tell you, I was grinning ear to ear when I plugged it in. I tried it the first time. I hit the button, I walked away, and it shut off. I actually checked the pressure on my tire using my floor pump, and it was within about 2 PSI, a little bit low, but then again, I don't know that my floor pump gauge is all that accurate. So I think if you're pumping up to 90 and you get 88 or you get 92, I don't think that's too far off. I think it's 1 to 3 plus or minus is what this is going to get you to. So that's a look at it. Again, an amazing little device. We're going to test it in just a couple of minutes on some tires and run through a whole bunch of tires. But let's show you what else comes in the box because there's more that comes with this, and it actually comes with kind of a handy little case. When you get your compressor from Oasser, this is what it comes in, this little case with all the accessories inside, including the compressor itself. And as you can see, I put my hand down there. It's not a very big package, so it all fits in here nicely. So let's see what's on the inside. And immediately when I get it open, it's going to be quite bright because you get 2 white gloves. Now they say that the compressor, particularly the section at the end here, can get a little hot if you're using it for an extended amount of time. So they suggest if you're taking the actual hose off of it to put on the gloves, just kind of a safety thing. If you don't end up using these, I suppose you could use them to find out if you're doing a good dusting job in your house because it comes with 2 of those gloves. Here's the hose you get, obviously for pumping up tires. It comes with this, which you can hook on to Schrader valves, and it comes with that Presta adapter as well. So pop the Presta adapter onto the valve on your bike, just put this on, snap it down, and off you go. This just screws on just like the other little hose I was showing you earlier. Now, if you want to get an extension for this, because it is a little short, I wish it was longer. If you want to get an extension for this, this hose is a little bit smaller than the hoses I've been looking at Lowe's and Home Depot and other places online. So I'm going to probably look for a little while longer and see if I can get maybe a 2 or 3 foot extension on because that would be nice. But it all fits in this little box and it works just fine. We'll show you how it works in just a minute. Now, comes with a charger as well, and this is the cord for it. This little light right here is orange when it needs to be charged. It turns green when it's fully charged. I cannot tell you how long it takes for a full charge, but we're going to find out how much a full charge will pump in just a couple of minutes. Now you may be looking at this thinking, oh, it comes with 2 batteries. No, this actually isn't a battery. This is for you if you're using it in your car. You can plug this in to the cigarette lighter, as we used to call them. You plug this into your car. We use it, of course, for charging up cell phones and whatnot in our car now. Plug this in, you get this long cord. This just sticks in the bottom of the compressor. Then you don't have to run down the battery. You can use this at the side of the road. I think this is a nice little attachment. Again, this is great if you want to use it for bikes. You can use it to fill up mattresses, balls, and you can use it at the side of the road if you want to pump up your car tires as well. Now, what I'm really interested in finding out is, how long will this battery last? How many different mountain bike tires can I fill up on one charge? Let's do that right now, and then we'll wrap things up in just a moment. The Oasser P2 compressor right here on Cycling on a Shoestring. So here I am on the floor. I'm going to see how many tires I can pump up with this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to 25 psi, whether you can see that there. So that's where it's going to cut off automatically at 25 psi. Now the tire I'm going to be filling up is this 29er. Now this is a pretty big tire. This is a 2.4 inch 29er, and I think when they probably suggested you could fill 25 mountain bike tires up with this, it probably wasn't a tire this big. I don't think we're going to make it that far, but let's find out how many we will make it, okay? So what I'm going to do first of all, I've already got the valve stem on here. So this is a little adapter that automatically comes with it. I'll just pull it off here so you can see. I've got the valve stem already out, okay? So we'll screw it on there. It just tightens it right down, all right? And just to make this thing easier so I don't have to continually move this off, I'm just going to use this to remove the air from the tire. Now, this isn't going to be, this is not scientific at all. I'm going to try to get it as flat as I can, but this is just for, you know, I don't know, I guess we're kind of curious here. So let's just see how much, how long it's going to take to get this tire filled up. I don't know, maybe 10 times? What do you think? We could have a poll on this, or maybe give out odds on how many it'll fill up. But we'll try to empty it as much as possible. And we'll fill up the first one, and then we'll speed things up a little bit so we don't have to watch it over and over and over again. But we'll try to get it as flat as possible between each pump, and then we'll go and try to fill it up to 25 psi. So I think that's pretty good. Let's pop it on here, and let's give it a try. I've not filled a full tire up with this. I immediately pumped it up from. All right, here we go. Okay, you can see it's going up here. It's at 7 now, 8, 9. Again, we're going to 25 psi on this. 12. 15. 20. 25. It says 25.5 on there, but it's pretty darn close. So we'll go on and we'll do this and see how many different times we can fill it up with this air compressor. Okay, now that is 15 pumps. I had to restart my video because it actually ran up to 30 minutes, which is the maximum amount I can put on this camera at one time. So 15 pumps. Now there's still some juice left in this. I probably would at least get another 5 pumps out of this. I do want to tell you that those gloves that we told you about will come in handy, because if you are pumping up a big tire, maybe you're doing your car, this does get pretty hot. So right now I can touch it, but it does get pretty hot. So maybe you'll want to use the gloves if you're, if it does get even hotter than this. So those gloves could come in handy. But 15 pumps, 2.4 29ers, impressive with this little portable compressor. And I ran about 30 minutes of video to do 15 pumps. So that was releasing the air, pumping it, and everything in between. So 2 minutes for the whole thing of releasing the air and pumping it up. It does it pretty darn quick as well. So it is pretty impressive what this thing can do. I don't want to overheat it, so we'll stop at 15 and just say that this is a pretty powerful little compressor for its size. Well, there you have it, the Oasser portable compressor, something I can throw in a bag when I'm mountain biking, road biking. I can use it to quickly top up my tires if I'm on the road. I can also let my friends use it, and I can use it when I'm here at the house. I'm often working on people's bikes, pulling off tires. It'll make it real easy to pump up tires with this. I am impressed. I paid $79.99 for it, by the way. That's in Canadian dollars on Amazon. You can get it for about $69.99 if you're in the United States. Now, for those of you who are saying, I don't need a portable compressor or a compressor at all, you can always do it the old-fashioned way. Thanks for watching Cycling on a Shoestring.